Hello everyone, and in this video we are going to learn how we can modify those 2D shapes that we have made earlier. So for modeling, the modifying 2D shapes is very important. So this video is going to be really important for the modeling purpose. So I'll show you all the modification on the line. Okay, I'll take a line and I'll use all the modification commands on that line. You can use any of those commands on any of the other objects like rectangle, circle, ellipse. Okay, so to make this video short, I'm going to use only line. So we will select our top view and I'll hold Alt plus W to make it full screen. I'll go to command panel, then I'll go to this create tab, and on create we are having shapes that we have learned earlier. And this, let's take a line. In this previous video, I forget to tell you how you can make a line straight. If I click and drag it, it can be at any angle. But if I click shift, then it will always and always will be at 90 degrees. Okay. So this is like the ortho mode from the AutoCAD. So holding shift and dragging here and there, you can get to know. Please note, in this case, if you want to make a straight line, the drag must have to select it to corner. Okay, so only then it will go to the, if I click Bezier, then it will go in the Bezier. Okay, so this is the thing that you must have to learn. Okay, so if I click line, let's say I'll make a geometry. Okay, just a random geometry to show you how we can modify the 2D shape. Okay, so first of all, we are going to learn about the vertex. Okay, what kind of vertex we are having. So this time the commands are going to be very long, so I'm going to spread this command panel into two. Okay, I go to modify, and then we are having these three options, that is the selection options. So we are going to learn about the vertex here. If I click vertex, you can see I can go and select some kind of vertex. Okay, I can go here and I click it. There are two types of selection, or you can say there are two methods by which you can select a vertex. One by dragging over it, or one by just going in to select it. Okay, there's a huge difference between both of these two things. Okay, if you are going to drag over it, then it is possible that more than one vertex can be selected. It is possible that there is another vertex just behind it. Okay, and on just selecting it from the above, it will select only one vertex. If you click here, it will be here that the one selected vertex and two selected. It is written word 3 selected. That means it is this vertex having a number. There is an option here, show vertex number. If you click this vertex will have a number. So this vertex 3 is selected, saying like this. Okay, so this is the vertex. Now let's say I want to change this corner shape into the round one. So how I'm going to do that? First, you must have to activate your vertex selection command. Then you are going to select the vertex at the corner. Now right click. Then here at the left top, you are having four options: Bezier, corner, and smooth. Right now it is corner. If I click smooth, it will become smooth. Then if I choose move command, then I can move it anywhere. Okay, here and there, wherever I want. Then let's say if I want to change this, I select this, I'll right click, and let's say this time I select Bezier. Then I can move it here and there. Okay, you can do whatever you want, the kind of modeling you want, the kind of thing you want to extrude, you can use this. Okay, so you just have to select a point, right click it, go and select Bezier or whatever you want. Okay, same goes with the other points. You can right click, you can go with the Bezier. Okay, you can play with them, and it will be very helpful in the modeling. The one who wants to model something like modeling characters or modeling trees, the 2D commands are going to be very useful for them. So okay, this was about, that is our vertex, or the how to edit the vertexes. Now there is another option here. If you see the rendering option, if I click enable in rendering, that means whenever we are going to render our project, this line will be visible in that rendering process. Okay, it will be considered in that rendering process. The second is enable in viewport. If I click enable in viewport, that means it will be enabled in the viewport as a rendered element. If I click Alt W and I'll go to perspective view, you can see it is kind of a thick object now. Now it is having some options here. If you want it to be radial, that means if you want this line to be circular, then you can click radial and increase its thickness. Okay, you can increase like this thickness, and you can increase the sides. It have angle. If I select rectangular and then if I select angle, you will see it clearly. For rectangular, we are having length, we are having width, we are having angle. You can see it is rotating. Okay, so we are having angle, we are having an aspect ratios. Okay, you can increase and you can play with them. So just by 2D drawing, you can lift the walls. Okay, you can lift the boxes, all the almiras if you want to do. Okay, so this is quite simple. For right, I'll press Ctrl Z and I'll uncheck enable in viewport and enable in render. Okay, I'll come to my box again. This was all. Now let's say you want to make a point, or you want to make extra vertices between these two lines. So to do that, we are having an option in geometry called refine. If I click refine and if I hover over the line, it will have a symbol. If I click it, it will have a vertex. If I click anywhere else, it will again have that vertex. Now you can select that vertex and you can move them, you can play with them. Okay, you can model them any way if you want. If again you want to convert it to let's say smooth, just right click it, go to smooth and change them. Right click, bezier, change it. Right click, bezier corner, you can bezier. Okay, that in bezier corner on the corner remains the same. The lines become bezier. Those lines will become bezier that are which are meeting at that point. Okay, so you can just play with them and you can do all these things. So this was all about, that is your add point. It is going to be very important. Okay, now another option is break option. Let's say you want to make these two lines break apart. You must have to select this point like this and you will create break. It will break it. If I select this from a single click and I'll move it here, you can see these both are now break. So you can break the junction by this break command. Okay, so this was simple. It was quite useful when you are going to use the complex geometry. Okay, now the another command is the fillet and chamfer command. Fillet and chamfer command, you know what is a fillet. So if I select a corner, let's say I go to my select object and let's say this is a corner. If I select this, I'll go to fillet, and if I increase my fillet command, the fillet will be there. Okay, if I select chamfer and if I increase this, of course that is not the corner, so this is not getting chamfered. For example, let's say select this, and if I click chamfer, you can see how the corners are getting chamfered. Okay, so these are the commands that are very useful in modifying the 2D shapes. Okay, so what we have learned in this video, we have learned first that how you can edit a vertex. You can right click a vertex. Okay, and you can just choose any of the options from here. Second point was that rendering option, enable in render, enable in viewport. Okay, and then we have used a very important function that is called refine. By clicking refine, we can add points and we can move them. Then after that, we have learned what is a break, and then at last we have learned what is fillet and chamfer. Okay, so I hope you like the video. If you have any problem, please do try this by yourself so you can get familiar to this commands. In next video, I'll show some more commands that will be helpful to you. Thank you, and if you like my video, please do drop a comment and please do subscribe.